Welcome to Heffron Park on a magic morning in Maroubra. And we are here at the Rabbitohs Centre, brought to you by Bunnies Structured Spring Water, bottled at the source. And we've already got some people live chatting. Karina has a good morning to you, all the way from Germany. We love your work, Karina. And Peter Language has jumped on and said, good morning, Karina. Just waiting to see Coogee stroll out with no strapping. So yes, there is a couple of question marks about what's going on. I am going to check the stream. So just stand by. I will spin around, but there it is. There's our Bunnies structured water. Now I'll just kind of come around, and we've got young Jai Gray out on the field doing a bit of rehab. So I'll just spin around here, and there's the crowd down there. Now there's channel member David Morton sitting over there. So this is where you can sit to watch the proceedings. Now, you know that I always have a check of the stream just in case. Got young Jai Gray. And there it is. You might have probably heard that, me saying young Jai Gray. So David's not actually live chatting yet, but he is sitting over there. Now there's the media, and you got Steve Maven here from Bunnies TV, all on my lonesome here in the players' enclosure. I'll just give you a bit of a pan around. So great access here, live and free on Bunnies TV. Now this is the players' enclosure. No one's come out yet. There's a few come out. Like I said, Jai Gray's out here. Did a magnificent tackle at Redfern Oval. Viewers would have seen that on Bunnies TV. We filmed it. Unfortunately, I think that may have been when he injured himself, which is a disaster for the young fella because he's been playing some great footy. So there's no one in here at the moment. So I just thought I'd go on a bit early, as we do, because the boys will start coming out. That's Hayden there, high performance man, and that is Leon Tahu has come out now. So I think he's still maybe carrying an injury. And so yeah, I'm going to bring up the live chat. Trevor Gillis has joined us. Hello, mate. He's playing bowls at 9:30 and can't talk. Oh, well, mate, your bowling career has got to continue, so that's fair enough. And Jeremy Costello said, hey, Mavo, I chatted to you at the Turnstiles a few weeks back. How are you? I'm good, mate. Yeah, I do remember that. And I think are you the gentleman that was from up far north Queensland? I think you might have been telling me. And yeah, so we haven't been on for a while. So let's just look back while we're waiting for the boys to come out. The Titans game. They didn't start well, but didn't they get going? Some great performances there. We had, let me have a look. So first of all, Keon Kalamatangi has to have put himself in calculation for Origin, if you ask me. Couldn't have done much more. Hame Saleh, the smile on his face when he scored that try. What about that? Don't you love it when a prop scores and gets off the nudie run? And he's a terrific bloke too. You know I like him. He's always got a smile on his face. And that big smile after he scored the try and his teammates were around him was gold. Coogee, well, what a player. That pass he threw to AJ was superb. One of the best passes you will ever see. Now, Jai was actually running. So I'm tipping that it was only light stuff. I heard the trainer saying, and here's the bloke we're just talking about now coming out, Keon. There's his shoes. The trainer said, we're just going to do some light stuff, so I don't think it's too bad, but unfortunately, yeah, he's in the rehab group. Yeah, the pass from Coogee to AJ. And there's a little cloud over Coogee too. I'm not sure if he's all right. He's done a quad. We're hearing he's done a quad, so we'll see today. But AJ 3, another hat-trick. What a legend this bloke is. What a footballer. He's went past Brett Morris to be fourth on his own in the all-time scoring list. He'll soon to be third. He's taken on Billy Slater, I think, next. So he's going to be sitting top 3 all-time in this great game of ours. And that is something to behold, really. What a player. What a service he's been for this club. He's just going from strength to strength on that left edge. Junior Totola, didn't he have some sort of game? 170 odd metres, just powering through the middle. And once he got into his work, the Titans paid the price. So, yeah. We're also brought to you by Darryl Lee, and I tried the caramel cheesecake milk chocolate block the other day. It is beautiful. Just the smell of it, the cheesecakey sort of smell and the taste, and yeah, because Darrell Lee makes it better since 1927. We're also brought to you by NG Farah, the Juniors Group of Clubs, George's Cameras, you're watching this on our Canon XF605 camcorder, Dot Bell Constructions, Site Pizza, and congrats to Michael Ryan, who won our $100 dine-in at Site Pizza Maroubra this week, and also Blast Pit. Now, I'm also just going to recap the pathways that we filmed. 2 good games. The New South Wales Cup game was great to see. They toughed out a good win. There's some good performances in there, but they, looks like Jacob Gagai at the back, Josiah Karapani, Tallis Duncan, when he came on, he just played about 65 minutes of quality football. So that was good to watch. And Dean Hawkins was good too. A couple of great short balls, and Footy Dean, he's on the extended bench this week. Cody's in doubt, so watch this space. But yeah, so that was good. And then the Jersey Flegg. They end up getting rolled by the Storm, but a young kid by the name of Ethan Ferguson in the centres. Now, a lot of you will be knowing what I'm talking about. He couldn't have done much more. He got the ball and he was just manhandling the opposition. He's some sort of footballer, this kid. So welcome to the live chatters. Jeremy Costello. Oh, I was staff. Oh, sorry, mate. Okay. And you'll have to reintroduce yourself, because there's a lot of staff to get to know. And Craig Banks says 5 this week for AJ. Okay, well, that'd be nice. He only needs 2 more or something, doesn't he? I think, to go past Billy. I should have checked that, but we all know he's going to get there. He's going to get there without a doubt. Anyway, but yeah, back to Ethan Ferguson. So he's Shaq and Latrell's cousin. He's come down from Newcastle. He's a Newcastle junior, Australian schoolboy, and the fend on him, just the attacking aggression that he showed. He scored a great try. He got the ball, had 2 defenders in front of him. He put it on the toe, regathered, had a bit to do, palmed the bloke off and scored. He kicks goals as well. He didn't kick that one, but later on he kicked one from the sideline, and he learned his lesson from the last one. That he put it out to the right and the wind brought it back around. He's got a unique kicking style, how he stands close to the ball, then he walks back, and then he comes in. It was, yeah, I was impressed, super impressed. He put a big shot on too, which got him on report, but then I slowed down the footage and the player was sort of falling and there was no contact with the head. So, and even though he was on report, he didn't get charged because he's lining up again this week. Now, the pathways are down at, well, they're split. So we did share a graphic with thanks to Tony Day from the Borough, legend, great graphic. I'm going to do that every week now, thanks to Tony. Unfortunately, he did get the venue wrong for the Flegg. He had him playing at Coogee Jubilee Oval with the other. Oh, there's a bit of a round of applause in there. I don't know what's going on. Someone might be having a birthday or something, but there was a round of so just to clarify, the Flegg are playing Saturday morning, 10:30 at Sid Parish Oval in Fig Tree down at Wollongong. They're taking on the Dragons. And then there's a double header at Jubilee after that. So then the New South Wales Cup and the first grade will be playing at Jubilee on Saturday, Coogee Oval. The old Coogee Oval, South and the Dragons. What a clash it promises to be. Some great memories of that old ground. So yeah, 2 classic rivals in a game for the ages. Trevor Martell said, great day, Mavo. It's a beautiful morning. I did say it's a magic morning here in Maroubra. That rolls off the tongue. Yes, and Corinna said, g'day to all. Yeah, so I haven't moved the camera yet because the boys haven't come out. I've just got it panned down there on the media and some of the punters down there. I will take you for a look around in a minute. I just wanted to cover a bit of news. Now, the team that's been announced, JD is who I'm going to speak to a bit later. JD has, as the boys come out, he's named Shaq at lock, fullback, I was going to say. So here's the boys, live and free on Bunnies TV. There's Davey Moale. Now, he's been named to return in New South Wales Cup, which is quite interesting. But there they are, your 2023 South Sydney Rabbitohs. I'm not gonna try and engage with them too much, but just turn that down. So there's the boys. They look over, I will say. There's Junior, who I was just mentioned. Tyrone Munro, he's going to be playing New South Wales Cup. That's Tana. Quite annoying, that noise, isn't it? So there they are, all the boys. This is what you come to see, live and free on Bunnies TV, across Australia and around the globe. We're going live in Germany. I just had a look at our stats from our bunniestv.au website, and there was a day last week when our articles were read in 19 countries. So the website's pumping along nicely. There's one of my favourites there, Benny Lovett, Parks boy. He's named on the extended bench this week as well. Slamming Sam Burgess is out on the right. There he is, says hello to me. So he's the man. Coaching dream team here. Jed Cartwright's back on the bench this week. And there's the bloke we want to see, Liva Havili. Siliva, who makes his long-awaited return. There he is. And didn't it come at the right time. Now, I did speak to JD about him last week, and I think the plan was to bring him back in New South Wales Cup with Davey, but the fact that we lost Cameron, Jai, forced his hand, and I think he's had to recall him straight away, which is okay by me. Good morning to Barbara Madden, who has joined us here at Maroubra. There's Sut there, Johnny Sutton, another one of the coaches, NRL legend, 300 gamer. And interesting to see a few of these guys will play 300 games. AJ might be one. He's played plenty already. 200, I think. He's got plenty of years left in those legs. TSF, Damien Saluka for feeder. There's a fan behind me. He's calling out to Keon. Peter Manazelis there. A young fella calling out to Keon there. I don't think he heard him, but there was him. Give me a wave there. So there's Ame, try scoring prop. Behind him is Josiah Karapani, who went really well in the New South Wales Cup. Scored a good try and was so busy, like so many hit-ups. I thought Liam went good too, was quite busy. It was a funny moment in the game when a dog ran onto the field and got into the defensive line. It's a funny moment. There's Tallis Duncan, flowing locks. Good head of hair, that. Look at that. Him and Benny have both been named on the extended bench, so we've got some backups as far as quality young back rowers for Jai and Cam. It'll be interesting to see if any of them get used or whatever, but I don't think they will at this stage. Who else we've got here? Jacob Gagai played well in the New South Wales Cup win. Very busy. And there's Jacob Host, Michael Cheekham. There's Joe O'Callaghan, mastermind of the pathways, and he's a reserve grade coach. There's Thomas Burgess out on the field. Big Tommy. He hasn't got the kid on butt, so he's just limbering up a bit. Good to see him out here, but sure you'll agree. The big rig. And there's Blakey Taff, who played well. I thought he went really well. Rabbitoh 1171. 2 try assists, kicking goals. Looked dangerous every time he touched the ball. And we didn't miss Latrell in the end. We put 46 points on the Titans. There's a lever. The socks and the bit of the long sock there action and all happening. So who else we got here? So Damien Cook, Appy Coruscant broke his jaw last night. So I think Cookie's into $1.10 to resume his role as the Blues hooker, and so he should. There's no doubt about that. David Morton said, nice morning at the bar today. Yes, it is. Hello, mate, over there. I will get you this time, try and get you on cam, talking live while you live chat. Let's try and do that. Any further news on the Tom Burgess return? Well, there you go. I'm going to ask JD that later about Barbara. So I'm going to go live again for the interview with the coach. So I'll end this stream when the ball work starts in about half an hour. That's Lockie Elias just walking out. I thought he went good too. He ran the ball, I think, 17 times for 120 odd metres. So, sorry, I was just off him there while I was talking. So yes, he did go well. Lockie Elias. Both our halves went great, and that was why. So there's a few people rocking in over there now where Dave's standing, David Morton, channel member. And I'm rocking in to watch this captain's run. Coogie's just getting a bit of work done there, so I won't show that too much. And there's Dean Hawkins. Could be the man of the moment. David said I'm amongst the media. Yes. Yes, mate. I did see you there. And there's Dino giving Tommy a little... I might even try and ask Tommy how he is if I get a chance, but we shall see. But yeah, Dean Hawkins, number 1. There he is. He's a good goal kicker. He's a great kicker in general play, and he's got good hands. So he's ticking every box for a bloke if we do need to throw him in against the Dragons. I'm going to ask JD what's going on. We'll know when the captain's run's on, but you won't be able to see that. Yeah, so we will. And here's JD's just walked out in the outer coach, the man I was just talking about. He's putting his gear on, so yeah, thank you to everyone who's chatting. Paul Delaney has jumped on. Hello, legend. Fully recommend getting out there if you can. It was great fun. Go the Bunnies. Yes, I was out here with Paul 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was great to catch up with you, mate, you and the missus, Linda. So Cess Payne says, good morning, Mavo. Sounding good, thank you. Brandon Frew said, any sign of Cody yet? Negativo. So look, I don't think it's going to be any big secret. He's picked up an injury. JD, we'll be asking him, but whether they want to reveal the full details or not, I don't know. But the fact that he's not out here, you just work that out for yourself. Yeah, but Coogee, there's our Blues hooker right there. The New South Wales number 9 that will be going up to Suncorp next Wednesday and trying to salvage the series against the Banana Penders, the dreaded Banana Penders, the Queenslanders, the dreaded Queenslanders. If there's any Queenslanders out there, he just did well in game 1, I know that. But anyway, we'll be all right. I don't know about Trell either because Trell's not here. So whether he's going to be able to play, I don't know. That's another question that needs to be asked. Jai is here today too, said David Morton. Coogee for New South Wales for sure, that's right. Cody's not training Milkman, I haven't seen him yet. Oh, there's Jai there, look, yeah. There's what's Jai, there's our man there, look. That does not look good. Oh, well, Syndesmosis, bloody thing. He was going all right too in the game, just unfortunate. You know, but look, it's a testing time for the club because we've got no Jai. Cameron's not out here. Latrell's not out here and Cody's not out here. So that's 4 of our best players, or our 4 best players are not available against the Dragons by the look of it. Well, 3 of them definitely not. Well, yeah, so Cam's not even named, is he? So, yeah, it's going to be a trying time, but I believe that this is still a strong side. I'm looking forward to seeing Big Shaq playing lock, starting the game and getting right into his work. Shaquay Mitchell, what a story it's been. Here I am on the northern try line of the Usana Rabbitohs Centre, live and free on Bunnies TV, brought to you by Darryl Lee. And yeah, Shaq Mitchell. There's the whistle, so that means we haven't got too long to go. The boys all respond and run down the other end of the field. But yeah, they're sprinting too. There's a bit of work in their legs there. So we will follow the play. Like I said, we'll be talking to JD later. There's a few questions I want to ask him. But yeah, so let's just concentrate on who we have got out here. Now I am looking at the boys through the digital display on the camcorder, so I'm not actually watching, but it's pretty clear, as you know. This is a sort of quality camera gear you can get from George's Cameras in George Street in the city. Now, you don't have to go to George Street in the city. You can, though. You get off the light rail and the stop's right out the front, just across from the historic Strand Arcade, the beautiful Strand Arcade. Right across the road is George's Cameras. But you can go to georges.com.au and they've got some great specials on there. There's Taffy. We're Team Taffy here on Bunnies TV. And I just want to mention that there's also, when we were talking about the pathways before, we've got to buy next week. So we've got this weekend to get through, then we've got to buy. If you want to see some footy, there's a huge Pathways double header down at Coogee Oval on Sunday. It's Super Sunday, I'm calling it. And they're calling it a foundation clubs because we are playing against the Roosters and the Bears. So I think the reserve grade's playing the Bears, the flag's playing the Roosters. I'll have to check that. But there's tickets going on sale for $10 for members, and I think they're $15 for non-members, but you should be a member of the Rabbitohs. And I've put a link in the description of this video, so don't miss out. Drop down the box in this video, there's a link. It's at 123 ticks, I think it is, $10, and you can watch that double header, and there's going to be 2 good games. There's also the mighty Botany Rams playing the Bondi United club in the curtain raiser. SD said Soto win for Cody. He's looking fit. Oh, he is. What about Sam too? Sam and can't see him. They're just behind all the trainers there. But Sam's looking like he can still run around. Where's Big Sut? There he is. Look at him. Probably doing plenty of surfing, enjoying his retirement. But nah, it'd be nice to see those two just have a little swan song, wouldn't it? But it's not happening. And David Moore said yes, that's correct, Mabo. So yeah. AJ in a pink rehab vest. I did notice that, mate. So maybe that's another question for JD, or we'll just have a look at the captain's run. So we regulars will know. We were allowed to film the boys here when they're doing all this. Warming up, drills, and there's Liver Havili, Saliva. And he's back. He's got a bit of strapping on there, but he told me he wasn't far away. He said he's a chance this week. If not, then obviously would have been next week. He'll probably have a run in the New South Wales Cup next week, I suspect. So there's a few boys like him, Davey, that will have a run next week and get some footy in their legs. Liam Knight is another one. So it'll be a quality side out there at Coogee Oval next week. It's a bit of a bludger of a place to park. So if you can get a lift or some public transport or an Uber or something, or just get there early and drive around for a while to get a spot. But Sunday at Coogee is not great for parking. There's not a lot of parking at the ground, but it'd be worthwhile going. Excuse me, it's brought to you by Young Henry's too. Proudly brought to you by Young Henry's. So you can have a few beverages, so another reason to just get a lift out there and leave the car at home. I didn't mention Richie Kenner before, and I should have, because he went well. He ran for the most metres in the backs, scored a great try. So who plays 5'8", said Peter Langridge. Well, if you look at the extended bench, the only bloke that can play it is Dean Hawkins. So says Payne said, good question. But yeah, back to Richie Kenner. So I know that JD was excited for him to get his start. He couldn't play till round 11, I think they said, because he wasn't in the top 30 squad. But gee, he has been a try-scoring whiz for this club in both stints at the club. And he's just a big body mobile and scored a good try, a good winger's try on the right side there, outside stretch. And I was impressed. I know JD was, because he's back there this week. And yeah, so I'll just have a drink. Drink of Bunnaby water. Excuse me, proud supporters of the Kajaga Foundation. And you saw I had my Bunnaby water there at the start of the stream. So there's this big crowd in here. I'll spin around and show you in a little while. So what was he saying? There's something about Richie. I missed that, sorry. If you were listening to that and I spoke over the top, sorry about that. I've got 2 microphones going here for you to pick up the audio best you can. Okay, so for those that haven't seen the new setup of the ground, there's a big camera up there. See, there's a camera there. There's 3 cameras. That one, there's one on top of the scoreboard over there. That one there, see that on top of the scoreboard? And then there's another one at the end of the ground behind the post there. So that allows the club to shoot the session. And they don't need to use the drone as much as they used to. They are actually using the same drone as us, a DJI Mini Pro 3 from George's Cameras. But yeah, so it's in high definition, all of this training session. So they can watch every move the boys make. And David Gardner said, good morning, mate. Is Cody playing Saturday? At this stage, it doesn't look like he is, mate. He's not on the field. So that quad strain that has been reported looks like it's real. I don't want to jump to any conclusions. I could be wrong. He might be just having a rest and be good to go. But speculation is that he might not be. I am going to ask JD that if he wants to talk to me about it. If he doesn't want to talk about it, that's fine. So these are your boys out here. And so Brendan Frew said it would be Dean Hawkins from the looks of it, yes. So like I said, I don't think there's anyone else on the extended bench that could take that role up. Emma Lacey said, hey there, we're outside the grounds. We are allowed in the actual building or no? Yes, you are. So I'll just show you where you can come through. Emma, just go around to the front of the Rabbitohs Centre and you just walk through and stand where all those people are standing. So that is the public area. Oh, they're letting these boys in. It must be a school or something. But that is the public area. So that is called the Rabbitohs Centre there, and that is public space. So you walk through the main entrance. There's a cafe, it's not open yet, and the merchandise merchandise shop. Go in there and say hello to Kaz and buy yourself a hat or something because it's a bit sunny out here today. But yes, you can get in there. You can't come in here where I am. This is the Players Centre, so you need to be, Craig, you need to, be media accredited to be able to come into this actual area or be an invited visitor. But over there, you stand over there and you can watch from the halfway. So that's where David Morton's standing in there. So that's pole position right there where all those people are standing, right on the halfway line, watching the boys train, and there's a few media cameras there as well. Okay, so I hope that cleared that up for you, Emma. Craig Banks said that Blakey could play 5'8". Well, there you go, that is an option. But then we need a fullback. It could be, I suppose, AJ. So there's a few options, but I live streamed the knock-on effect New South Wales Cup game last week, and Dean Hawkins played well. His kicking game was good. His goal kicking was good. He set up 1 or 2 tries. He's got great hands. So I suspect he's going to be the man, but we shall see. It's just wretched luck for the club, but like I said before, it's a chance to test the depth that we have, and on paper, I think it's still a good side. Got a good forward pack, and the bench is pretty good too. Ron Moore, channel member, said, "G'day, Mavo." G'day, Ron. How are you? Good day out here at Maroubra. And Tane Martin said, "Hawko probably deserves another crack. Done well in limited first grade opportunities." Correct. Couldn't agree with that more, Tane. He's only had limited chance. One game there, we're up against it, I think, against the Storm. But in another game, I think his debut against the Tigers, he played well and we won. So, yes, probably deserves a shot. It'll be just an interesting combo of him and Lockie there in the halves. What I was just talking to Graham out there before with his little dog Oscar, and we said, well, look, what you're going to lose with Cody, with Dean, you're going to gain maybe in a kicking game, because Dean has got a fantastic kicking game. He's got a good long boot. So, different style of player, but both good. So, yeah. And, yeah, so he is out there. There he is working with the boys. Footy Dean Hawkins, we call him, the Matraville Tiger. There's the 2 boys there. There could be in the halves. There's no Cody out there, so we've got some fans coming in now. So there's a few lucky fans that have been let out by Jesse from the club. I'll just bring it around. Sorry for going too quick there. There's Jesse there, fantastic Rabbitohs staff member. He's just brought some lucky members in to have a look. And some of these young kids in here. It looks like a school. They're getting a thrill. So there's the New South Wales Cup boys down there doing their stuff. Come back around to the first grade. Oh, David Morton said he'd just seen Cody, so I'll, okay, so he's not out on the field though, Dave, I don't think, is he? He's amongst those boys. Oh, okay, oh, there he is. Okay, thank you, David. See, David Morton, channel member. The value in this bloke, there he is, Codes. So he is not training. That is not training gear. That might be 4B gear from Tommy Burgess. He's got their little sloppy Joe on there, so thanks for that, Dave. Cody Walker. Well, look, hopefully he just needs the week off, and he's got the bye then, and that means he can get himself right and come back for the game after the bye. So, yeah, it's going to be a well-deserved bye for these boys. I mean, we've had a tough run, and some teams have had 2 byes. We haven't had 1, and we're getting a few blokes breaking down. So maybe they need to share the byes out a bit more evenly. Maybe they need to say that if one team gets a bye, every other team's got to have a bye before someone else gets another bye. We've got a few people live chatting too. Welcome to everyone who's live chatting here on Bunnies TV. Jez is just ringing me now, so I think that's it. Yep. Yeah, is that it, mate? Okay, thanks, Jez. See you, mate. So Jeremy Monahan, Rabbitohs boss there. So there's Cody. We won't show any of the ball work, but I'll just go over there to Cody's. some of the lucky fans. Oh, he's doing a bit of media over there. Don't know what he's saying, but there's a few cameras there, and I might try and have a word to him a bit later if I can. I'm going to hang around now for a little while the boys do the ball work. I'll just check out what they're doing, and I'm going to end this stream, and I'll wait for JD to do his main presser. There's Eddie Farah there, and once JD's done his main presser, we'll go live again for another stream, so you can come back for that one. I'll just have a quick look more at the live chatter. Trevor Martell said, is Tyron Munro in training with the main group, Mavo? Mate, he's not named on the extended bench, buddy, so I suspect he's going to make his reserve grade debut. I don't think he's played New South Wales Cup before. He's played flag last week. He's named on the wing for the New South Wales Cup. But yeah, and even if he was, I couldn't tell you because that's privileged information, so, unfortunately. So his code's there. I might just go and ask him how he is. Code, how are you? Not bad. What's happening? No good, eh?
Nah, not at the moment.
Bugger.
Should be alright next week.
Good. Well, you get the week off. Back after that.
Yeah.
Sweet. So there you go. You heard it from Codes himself. He's got a bit of strapping on the quad. Yeah, so we might leave it at that. Like I said, come back for our JD chat live on Bunnies TV. And hang on, I'll just quickly, I said I'd look at the chat, and there's still people chatting. So, going to be very interesting tomorrow, said Peter Langwidge. Nick Lonergan said, David said, Karina said, hex the chat. So, Karina said, thanks for the chat. Yeah. And Barbara Madden said, we need that boy soon. Yeah, so, and obviously, if Cody doesn't play this week, then he's going to, he won't be available for Origin. So here comes the media now assembling for the JD presser. So I'll end it there. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. I hope you enjoyed our live stream. And Paul Delaney said, well done, Mavo, a Bunnies TV exclusive. When's the JD chat, Banksy? Well, it's after this session, so it's only probably about an hour or so. They don't usually go too long for the actual ball work session. So around about an hour, mate. Come back, but yeah, just set the little bell, and you'll get a notification when we go live, and you can go from there. Thanks for joining us on Bunnies TV, live and free. Catch us a little bit later. Up the